San Antonio Spurs are NBA champions with a sweep of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
It's going to be your league in a little while, but I appreciate you giving us this year.
Rebound, Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! It's back-to-back titles for the Heat.
You're going to be thinking about what we could have done better in the last few possessions.
The Spurs are headed to the NBA Finals to meet up with the Miami Heat.
We will not take this for granted.
We got 4 more to win. We'll do it this time.
Rematch, revenge, rejoice. Hey, it depends on your perspective. I will go with the latter. John Anderson, Jade McCarthy with you on SportsCenter.
It is the backstory that makes the NBA Finals ahead so delicious. LeBron, Coach Pop, Timmy, they just keep finding each other here in June. James speaking about yet another matchup with the Spurs for the very first time today.
It'd be a lot different than probably if we was in the Western Conference or they was in the East and we've seen them time after time. It could be a little different. I think both teams are professionals. Both teams have a state-of-the-art team, organization, but they don't like us. They don't. I can sense it from Timmy's comments over the last couple of days. They wanted this. They wanted us, and we'd be ready for a challenge.
Does his confidence bother you at all where he says, and this time we'll win, or do you expect that from a guy like that?
No, why would it bother me? I mean, at the end of the day, once we get on the floor, you got to play. We're confident. We're not shying away from them. We want them too. They want us, so they got us, and we look forward to the game 1. I don't think it's personal. I just think it's they said it. We left a sour taste in their mouth because of what happened. I'm not saying my words is what they said. So they prepare from day 1 to get back to this moment. For us, all we can ask for is an opportunity. That's all we ask. We ask for an opportunity to be able to represent the Eastern Conference, and we worked our tails off to get back here. And whatever happens, happens. If we play our game, we give ourselves a great chance to win, lose, or draw, man. We'll be all right with it.
Hey, you heard him. LeBron confident the Heat can take care of business. What about those who study the numbers? Vegas open even, but now favors San Antonio. Advanced metrics even more bullish on Pop's squad. How about some historical precedent? The 97-98 Bulls, the only team since the merger to sweep a championship rematch. Mark Schwartz, Brian Windhorst continue our coverage from Miami.
He shrugged off Lance Stevenson's ear-blowing antics like a piece of lint off his jersey. But is LeBron James ready for the best in the West? Right now, Brian Windhorst, LeBron has this zen-like, exalted sense of confidence. How did he get here?
Well, you got to realize this is his 5th finals in the last 8 years. He's got a doctorate at this point dealing with the finals, and he slipped into that mode so easily. I feel like he was in the bunker all weekend long, watching film, staring at the wall, grinding his teeth. He needs a haircut. He needs a shave. More than anything else, he needs another shot at the San Antonio Spurs. You can just feel it coming off of him.
Yeah, but now he faces the coach laureate of the NBA, Greg Popovich, the mastermind. How does Pop take this baccalaureate of his and shred it into tiny pieces?
Well, Pop and LeBron have had a decade long almost back and forth. Back in 2007, he said to him, look, we don't think you're good enough to beat us. LeBron took a few years and said, yeah, yes, I am. Now we go to the next chapter. At the end of the day, Pop realizes they were a couple of bad bounces and a Ray Allen three-pointer away from winning that finals last year. And I think you're going to see them play the same type of game plan. Back off LeBron James, make him deliver on his weakest point, which is those long jump shots.
And if he takes that long 2 every time, even if it's open, the Spurs will be happy with that. Now, the Heat never sweated the fact that Indiana had home court. But are the Spurs a different animal with the home court advantage?
Of course they're a different animal, but I don't think the Heat are sweating it. One amazing stat on this team over the last 4 years, they've played 15 series together, 15 different times they've won a game on the road. That's a remarkable stat. They're going to San Antonio this week thinking worst case scenario, split, and coming back here to Miami 1-1 next week.
Dwayne Wade talked about these two teams being the best in basketball, but he called the Spurs #1 and the Heat, by definition, must be #2. That's it from Miami. Now let's check out PTI and their vision of this series.
All right, Wilbon, at the end of this series, are we most likely to be talking about Duncan's 5th title or LeBron's 3-peat?
Oh, that's a great question, appropriate. It is going to be determined by a guy who's not listed there, Tony Parker, and his health. If Tony Parker is the Tony Parker that we've seen even in last year's finals, I think I would give San Antonio the slightest of edges, and I mean slightest. And I'm talking about a couple of overtime games thrown into a 7-game series.
So you got the series going 8 if he plays.
Yeah, if I could.
Right.
But, Tony, I don't know how you separate these two teams. If you can separate them, you tell me.
I'll tell you exactly how. The Spurs are a better team. They're a deeper team.
Okay.
They're the only team in the league where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Okay.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to say Miami because of LeBron James. How much I like watching him and how impressed I am over the last 3 years with how he wins when he has to win.
So you're going to pick the greater player against the greatest team. Let me ask you this.
I am.
Michael Jordan, when he was the greatest player, in those 6 finals he played, did he ever play a team that you thought was better, a better team, and prevail over them?
I don't think he ever played I think he played teams that were the equal of his team, but he was better, and it's what I want to get to with
Phoenix
LeBron.
with Charles was better
Duncan,
as a team one year, maybe.
Tim Duncan is a great, great player. LeBron James is a transcendent player, and there's a difference. So I'm going to bet on that. It's not going to surprise me if San Antonio wins.
No, you can't be
because they're a better
surprised at
team.
any result in this series.
But I would take LeBron.
You know, it's interesting you talk about the whole. And San Antonio has so many things they can do. And whatever they can counter, they can wait and see what you do and counter-punch you into submission, but it takes a long time. Look, I don't like rematches normally.
They can put in Matt Bonner. He can get you like a triple bagel at any point.
But this rematch, everybody who loves basketball
right?
ought to get into. I'm very excited about this rematch.
It's great when you're excited.
And you should be excited, too,
wow,
if you can stay awake.
We are.
Somebody give him a pill.
When does it begin? In 3 days?
It begins
Can you
Thursday.
wait?
Pay attention.
Yeah,
That's a bell. We're done. Back to you.